Good morning. Welcome to One Lonely Farmer. Hope you enjoy being here. Anyway, I'm going to talk about the corn planter and the options that I have for tractors and stuff. And there's a little bit of sarcasm and snarkiness in this video. So if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. It's not bad, but it's just like, I feel like sometimes people think that I've never even stepped foot on a farm or anything, and it's kind of annoying. At best, it's annoying, but whatever. There's a lot of options when it comes to corn planters, and my abilities to farm are not hindered by stupidity. They're actually quite educated and planned out. Like right now, today, I've spent a lot of time in front of this computer looking at FBN seed corn. Oh, that's William. Holy smoke, something happened. FBN seed corn and things like that, input costs. And then as I was clicking off, I get an email that they're going to give me a 0% finance rate for the season, meaning from spring till fall, if I spend $75,000 or more. And I'm like, well, what the hell is $75,000? I can spend that in a flash. So I can buy certain seed corns. I am going to buy seed corn from them. I'm going to buy chemical from them. I'm going to buy some other things from them. I'm going to see if I can get some Flotegic and other things that I need. I'm up in the air as to how many acres of corn I'm going to plant. Probably, soybeans are cheaper than corn to plant. I don't know what I don't know where we're going to be with this. It's going to be interesting. Let's just say that. I think I'm going to have a better go, even if it's as dry as it was this past year. I think I'm going to have a better go of it this coming year, this growing season with soybeans than I did last growing season, even though I did have a pretty decent yield. The thing that I do know about growing these soybeans is that I need to get my calcium levels up, so there's going to be a lot of lime applied. Secret sauce and lime. Life is good. Is that Mommy? Mommy is here. So good. We got medications for him. His cough has subsided quite a bit, dear. But anyway, just sit back and enjoy this video. I certainly was just being silly. Look at my beautiful wife. Come on up here. She went to church this morning because I had to wait for
What, they going to say I'm pregnant? What?
Aren't you? We don't know. She could be pregnant. You see how happy and this glow on my face is just like a happy guy? You judge for yourself if we're expecting another child or not. Wouldn't that be something, right? Wouldn't that be something? All right, just another day of loading corn. I took a load yesterday. I'll probably take a load again today, but I'm going to talk about a couple more things. We just love getting people upset. Here, this is a 4430. This runs, believe it or not. I'm going to pull the batteries out of it. This was a tractor that was brand new when I was in kindergarten, and it doesn't need to sit here anymore. This is in the plans of getting it in the shop and putting new tires on it. The thing that's really wrong with it, there's only one real thing that's wrong with it, and that is the bearings are out in the one axle housing. So I'm going to pull the axle housings off. I'm going to change the brakes in it. The engine's fresh. Change all the 4 tires. Do an interior kit. Freshen up that air conditioner. And life will be good with that tractor. Then I'm going to hook it up to this corn planter. Yeah, this corn planter. You know why I'm going to hook it to this corn planter? Because that 4430 will pull this corn planter like a champ. Like a champ. These things are real light and easy to pull, believe it or not. Yeah. You hear the sarcasm in my voice? All right, so some of you guys are just a piece of work. I got weights here. See these weights? Weights, more weights. I got more weights elsewhere. I got somebody calling me too, so I might have to call her back. Hold on a second. All right, so my wife called. I had to answer that. All right, so, a lot of people are concerned that I don't have enough tractor to pull this thing. To pull it, I don't suspect it would take much more than 150 horsepower to pull it in the field. My concern is just the weight, and I got plenty of weight. And, these 71070s, There's 710/70 R38s. Those tires there. There's nothing wrong with that tire. That's a spare. These are all good spare tires. The 710/70 R38, you fill them up with 4 drums of windshield washer fluid. So it's like 1 drum of concentrate to 3 drums. I think it's 3 drums of water, or a drum and a half, whatever. Anyways, you can fill them things clear up with that windshield washer fluid. I will do so. I have no problem doing that to pull this corn planter. But you know, the 6210R easily enough would easily pull that. I've got weights over there. I got weights everywhere, so I can put weights on that 7530. My wife put that there. You know, I can put weights on the 7530. That little bastard is heavy. That's over 20,000 pounds, that little sucker. So it weighs as much as this corn planter. My thoughts and fears of putting it on that 7530, not that it doesn't have the horsepower, it's bumped. That's 230 horsepower now. I bumped it. Needed more power, so we gave it more power. It isn't the power, it's the weight. And honestly, I think that tractor would pull it just fine with water in the tires and those weights bolted on. Now you can buy the adapters. Those are the tin wheels, what I call tin wheels, but those are the dish wheels. So I would have to buy the dish wheel adapter to mount those heavy weights to it, which would be just fine. And I know where I can purchase more weight if I don't have enough weight. That tractor will pull it just fine. So everybody needs to just calm their little hormones down. And the front of that tractor has a 3-point attachment where I can hook up a weight box to the front of it if I need more weight, or I put a 500-gallon water tank on there, 500-gallon or even a 300-gallon tank on the front of that tractor, and keep my starter in it, and I think we'll be just fine. And you know what I'm seeing? I think I'm either run out of corner or I've got a problem. I gotta go. All right, so it's another day. It's sunny out. It's like hot. I think it's like 55 degrees. It's ridiculous. So we went from global cooling to global warming again. We'll walk out here. I think I was talking about putting stuff in tires and shit. I can't even remember. But I just love aggravating people with this corn planter. I do. I love aggravating people with this corn planter. But I will tell you this. I've seen videos of guys pulling these things with 2-wheel drive, like 4840s, and I didn't see one with a 4960, but you know, I don't even know what to say. You know, people are just crazy, and crazy people find me. I guess that's what I can say here. I was told that you can't run this thing with you can't run the newer planters with anything under 250 horsepower tractor because you don't have enough hydraulic flow or hydraulics to run it. Well, you know, again, I can only say the people think I fell off of a turnip truck. Hydraulic flow, these tractors have high flow pumps in them. They're designed to run shit like this. This was designed to be run on a 1990s model corn plant or tractor because it was built in 92. That 7530 there, that is no slouch of a tractor. That is about 2,000 pounds heavier than this corn planter sits here with no weights on it. If I load the tires or 710/70 R38s, I can probably put 6 barrels of freaking water in there, add weight and iron. I got iron all over the place here I can put on there. I'm not really worried about what tractor I'm going to use on it, but I might just have to come out here and show you what tractor I can use it on. I had people say, you'll have the front end off the ground. That may be so. That may be so. I might have the front end off the ground. Wouldn't that be something? But did you know that you can actually buy a pump, like a pump that goes onto this device on these tractors? It's a simple device, and I think they've put them on them for a lot of years. You used to be able to get them without it, but I'm going to show you what the device is. Let me go buy the 7810 and the too small to run anything 4960. The device is this right here. It's called a power takeoff shaft. Now, a power takeoff shaft, this one runs at 1,000 RPM, and it's that's revolutions per minute. For everyone that doesn't understand what RPM is, sometimes referred to as RPMs in plural, like it does it a lot. They might even have it on these old Internationals. Can you believe this? I'm pretty sure that even way back in the 50s, oh my God, right back in the 40s and 50s, they had these things. They're called power takeoff shafts, and they can run pumps, and those pumps can be put on here and bolted right to the power takeoff shaft or to the drawbar, or even in here, because wouldn't you know it, that corn planter runs off of the 2-point hitch. 2-point, not 3, 2-point. And you know, I do believe the old 5020 here, I got the generator on there. This is 1,000 RPM as well. And holy shit, there's one there too. And here's another thing. The fast hitch on this tractor will fit right on that corn planter. This has weights on the inside. If you don't see them, they're there. They are there. And you can stack a lot on here. So maybe I'll just use this 5020. You know, in the front of the 5020 has these things, they're called mounts. And you can mount this type of thing. These are called weights, like WEIGHTS. And you can put these weights, or heavier ones, or more of them, on the front. And I think that I actually have the proper one for this. It's over there, and it mounts to that. And you can stack way more onto that, just to keep the front end down. So if I don't have enough hydraulic capacity with my 5020, I can always purchase one of those hydraulic pumps, piston pumps, or even a motor pump, gear pump. Gear pump would do it. They get hot though, you know, and it does take horsepower to run them, but I don't know, man. All I see is a 2-point lift. It's flow volume 75/30. Those things really 60 gallons a minute. 60 gallons a minute, I think, is what that is. I think it'll work this. What do y'all think? Y'all think that'll work? Oh, and the problem that I had yesterday with the grain bin, pretty simple problem. I see someone moving in my truck. Simple problem, burned up the belts, and today they broke. So I'm getting new belts. Tim went to go get them. So crazy Asian is on board right here. I think she's in here. Who's that? How you feeling? You okay?
Yeah, he's alright. I gave him a shot of
We're not done yet. I got broken belts. I'm waiting for 2 belts. So I'm waiting. Anyway, we put the, I don't need much more. I only need maybe 10 more minutes. But Tim got inside and shoveled some corn into the auger. And it plugged this auger, then burned the belt that I had on there, and packed the bottom auger up. So I got problems. No big deal. Oh yeah, this tractor here, this has a power takeoff shaft on it too. Yeah, it's really cool, you know, these things. These old tractors, you know, they all had all that stuff on there. And you can put, like, I think there's a weight bracket on the front of this. And you know what else you can do to these tractors? Here's another really amazing thing. Yeah, there's a weight bracket on the front. Another amazing thing with these tractors, not only do they have these weight brackets on here like this, they have these bolt holes down the side, and you can put tanks on them, like liquid fertilizer tanks. And those liquid fertilizer tanks, they have a really good ability to keep the front end on the ground. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about enough ass to pull that thing. Oh, wait a minute, there's an 8530 down there. That is actually 374 horsepower. They dynoed that thing over in England at 374. I have the dyno sheet someplace. I think they're at the house. But that's 374. And for those of you that say that the 7530 is like 140 horsepower, that's actually bumped up. engine horsepower, 230 horsepower. So it's over 200 horsepower. That thing will pull that. Now, I know a lot of people don't believe what I say, but you know, I could put it right in front of y'all and you just still deny. It's like you're